Your very own Mr. Entertainment. Mark Mulgrew on 107.8 Black Diamond FM.
That's me. And I've been joined after the entourage has fired its way through the traffic and got here. Good afternoon to Dennis Alexander.
Hello, Mark. Hello, everybody. We're just getting sorted out. It's all at a rush.
Oh, it's all at a rush. Try to do sound checks and everything. Yes, good afternoon. It's nice of you to join us.
It was great. The sat-nav really loves the road round here because it's not quite up to date with all the double roundabouts and everything yet, you know. So it was a bit of fun.
That's that double roundabout in Newton Greens that's been there for years.
That's the one. My sat-nav hasn't been updated for years.
I'm not going to say that sat-nav companies have just discovered Newton Grange in certain parts of Midlothian. Now you have been a guest at Black Diamond before Dennis.
With Jeff.
Yes, and I'm actually surprised you wanted to come back.
No, we had a wee good blether, and it was really good. But I've always got things to tell you about, so here I am.
Now you do, and we've actually got a really great timing because you've got a show that's coming up in the Edinburgh Festival Fringe.
Well, yeah, I've got two shows, in fact. I've got a children's one called Scotch Broth, and towards the end of the month, the end of the festival, I've got a grown-up show. I hesitate to say adult because it's not adult and it's rude, but it is a grown-up show called Song Stories and Downright Lies. And it's based on 20 years of travelling around Scotland singing in holiday parks, a wee bit the same as yourself. And as you know, you can't travel around for that length of time and do it without picking up a few wee laughs and a few wee jokes. And
well, that's it, you know, and then to be able to turn that experience into a show as well.
That's it, yeah.
Without slagging too many people.
Oh no, it's really all about Scottish history and really making sure that Scotland always wins and reflecting Scottish history and the old Scottish songs, you know, and making sure that Scotland are the winners, whichever way it fell, you know. So we've got stories about Culloden and Bonnie Prince Charlie, and we've got stories about Glencoe, and you know, as well as modern stories as well.
Now we're going to get you to play a wee song a wee bit later on, but we're going to play some music of yours as well from Scotch Broth,
my new album.
Aye, we've just taken out the wrapper actually.
We have, aye.
It's Scottish children's songs by Dennis Alexander. Tell me a bit about that.
Okay, well, I had a show in the past years called the Giant Geely Peace Show, and I decided that it was time, as I grew older and looking for my wee pension, that as I grew older I'll be more credible as a children's singer, especially because I go to New Zealand and Australia a lot. And so I decided to revive my interest in children's songs and took out this album, and we put out the show called Scotch Broth, which has just been so successful. We're into all the major festivals, and I've got interest from two festivals in New Zealand, 2 festivals in Australia, 1 in New Zealand, plus a schools tour in New Zealand, along with our normal grown-ups tour in New Zealand. So it's been really successful. But the songs are songs you would have learned at your mother's knee, because my mother, when I grew up, she actually had songs tattooed on her knees, and when I sat there, all I could see was these words of songs on her knee, and so a lot of the songs I learned on my mother's knee.
Fantastic.
Well,
brilliant stuff. Now, where is the show being performed in Edinburgh?
Venue 29, which is in Merchant Street. It's in the Paradise in the Vaults, which is part of St Augustine's Church. And it's the Scotch Broth, the children's show's on the first week while the kids are still on holiday, 6th to 11th, and it's a whole new world for me. I have done a Fringe once before, but this time I'm going the whole hog. I'm doing shows up in the High Street on the stages and everything, doing live shows. Going into showcases at Cayley's and stuff all around the city. So I'm really going into it this time, and also they give you a lot of support if you want to tour your show as part of the Fringe, and they introduce you to the right sort of people. So, but only if those people are interested in what you're doing, then you know there's a way out. So that's one of the things I'm trying to do.
Now it's on between the 6th and the 11th.
Yes.
And what time of the day is the show?
13:10.
13:10.
So, just after dinner.
Just after dinner. 13:10. That'll be 1:10 to people in Midlothian.
Well, just before the Battle of Bannockburn, which was 13:14. But it'll be on 13:10.
Actually, there's a question I've got for you. I've just said 1:10. Now, when when I was talking to somebody in Blair Gowrie once, and I said something about 2:20 or something, and they went, so that'll be 1:40.
Really?
And because they say I said, how can it be 20 past? And when that's 20 before, and it's a strange way. Certainly around Scotland, there's different. Obviously, there's different dialects. And
I've never heard of that, but I've often heard, because I come from Aberdeenshire originally, and I always say that 2:20 would be the back of 2.
Yeah,
and some people say, is that before 2? No, it's the back of 2. And I think, how can you understand that? But especially New Zealand and sort of odd places in England, Shire and all that. But everybody, you're right. Everybody sees time in different ways.
So it's 1:10 or 13:10 to be
the back of one.
correct.
The back of one.
The back of one, just after dinner, as you say. That's brilliant. Or is it dinner or is it lunch? See, there it gets confusing.
I know, it's dinner. It's dinner.
Dinner.
It's dinner.
Dinner with an E.
With an E, aye.
Fantastic. Now we're going to do 2 or 3 different segments today, but we're going to play a song. It's track 10. It's on the Scotch Broth album. It's called "The Red Yo-Yo." Can you tell me a bit about it?
Yeah, that's a Matt McGinn song. If anybody remembers Matt McGinn's Glasgow songwriter, who wrote "The Red Yo-Yo" and "The Wee Kakubri Centipede," and amongst a lot of funny older songs as well. Some quite rude. The F&B, the poem about the wee town in France called Effen. And so loads of stuff. But the Red Yo-Yo is a lovely song, and we get the kids up with the yo-yos, and we've got some red yo-yos getting by afterwards, and it's part of the whole merchandise and spearhead.
Well, that's what it's all about.
Aye, but anyways, it's a grand wee song, and I know a lot of your listeners will remember it with fondness.
Fantastic.
Wee Anne took her yo-yo to the school, she did go though she shouldn't hae seen it at all. It fell out o' her horn, and it rolled on the grun, and it fell down a hole in the wall. New dear and young Annie, she went to the Janny, a decent wee man as a rule. And it's pleasing to tell that he rang his bell, and he asked all the wains in the school. Have you seen a red yo-yo, red yo-yo, red yo-yo? Have you seen a red yo-yo with a wee yellow string? Now the bairns dropped their pencils, their papers and stencils, they knocked on the doors of the tune. And as they were ringing and rapping and chapping, they asked all the folk in the tune, have you seen a red yo-yo, red yo-yo, red yo-yo? Have you seen a red yo-yo with a wee yellow string? Now the police soon learned, and they were concerned. They put all their murders aside, and the whole of the force was called out, of course, and they went on the telly and cried, have you seen a red yo-yo, red yo-yo, red yo-yo? Have you seen a red yo-yo with a wee yellow string? Now out the country, the common and gentry were watching their wee TV screens, and they fair got going when President Obama received an appeal for the Queen. Have you seen one's red yo-yo, red yo-yo, red yo-yo? Have you seen one's red yo-yo with a wee yellow string? In Peking and Paris and out the bars, the people searched high and low, till finally Annie announced that her granny had bought her a brand new yo-yo. And it was a red yo-yo, red yo-yo, red yo-yo. Aye, it was a red yo-yo with a wee yellow string.